All right. Welcome back to Popcorn and a Beer. We got Tron Aries. We got Mandy. Welcome back once again to the Popcorn and the Beer. Where some use tomatoes and others use thumbs. We use the stuff that gets you drunk.
Yep.
Neither one of us have stuff that gets you drunk today, though. I got some nice hot. I got the hot brown this morning.
I got Barbie water.
Morning brown. Morning brown. All right. So, we'll see Frye a little later. As we usually do whenever Frye's missing, he just pops in sometimes. So.
Fortunately, we had some close family friends come to town to visit us here in Germany. So I was tied up all weekend, Josh. So I did not get to the theater to see Aries.
Me and him will talk later. But right now, it's just me and old Jordatch. And Jordan is the only one available who got to see the latest, greatest Tron.
Tron. All right. What is there to say about Tron? This was actually really, really cool. This was a really, really cool movie. I think I had really low expectations for this one coming into it, especially having just watched the 2010 Tron and the 1982 Trons for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'd heard a lot about both of these movies. Like Tron 82 has a cult following, a bit of a cult following. Tron 2010, I'd seen scenes of it and I've just generally heard like good things about it.
The soundtrack, Daft Punk.
Yeah. So, I watched those, and so going to this one, I didn't have the highest of expectations. And I was a little jaded to it, being that it stars Leto. I was like, but we were in the movies and we watched Tron in 3D, might I add, which was, if there's a movie to watch in 3D, it's this movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Certain movies. I don't love the movie theater 3D because I just feel like it doesn't add much. It kind of makes the screen a little bit dark because the glasses are tinted. Yeah. But believe me, this was not a dark movie. This was a light show for sure. Yeah. This was awesome.
Lasers.
Yeah, so we got, of course, I said Jared Leto. We got Evan Peters of American Horror Story, some Marvel stuff. Yeah, playing the villain here, and he is fantastic. He did a really, really great job. It's really kind of focused around him and Leto, right? No sign of bad actor guy from the 2010 Tron. We'll get to him later.
The one who plays Bridges' son.
No, oh yeah. From 2010, yeah. Terrible. Oh my God. We'll get to him. Gillian Anderson, Agent Scully. You got Hassan Minaj, actually plays a pretty big role. And then a bunch of other TV actor faces that you'll definitely recognize once you see
the Dragon Queen from Bad Monkey, the with the model face, like the most beautiful black skin you ever saw.
Yes. She's in it. Yes. She is the bad lead. One of the bad leads. Yeah. And Jeff Bridges, of course, right? You got to get a Jeff Bridges short part. Yeah, he's basically playing. Yeah, he's playing the dude. Pretty much, he's playing the dude in the movie. So, I was typing in my notes as I was watching the movie, trying to hide my screen, the light and all that, trying to do it very discreetly, not to disturb anybody. And this is just something funny I wanted to add in. My autocorrect on my iPhone changed, and I didn't notice this till I went back later, changed Tron Aries, which is what I was trying to type, into to trim area.
Trim area.
So I went back later. I was like, what the hell is that? What's going on in this movie? Basically, the plot devolves into essentially this emotional Cleated Clearwater revival. Have you ever seen the rain? Type of thing. Now the song doesn't play, but when you watch the movie, you'll see, right? It all comes. The AIs have a fascination with rain, apparently, enough to derail their primary directive, accomplish at all things, all no matter what kind of thing,
Do you
But
think that maybe is like what's the other movie, Blade Runner? Is it a Blade Runner reference, perhaps? Like the tears in the rain thing? I don't know.
yeah, they get all like waxy poetic about the rain. So it's Matrix for cool people, basically. Like
The Matrix
Matrix.
used to be Matrix for cool people.
It is, but not after Matrix
Not
Part One.
anymore.
Not after Matrix Part 1. The Matrix Part 1 was for cool people. After that, it was like,
Yeah,
what the hell
after
is
that,
this?
what's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah, it's very way less pretentious Matrix for, I don't know, slightly more stupid people.
Cool.
Cool stupid people, right? Yeah. And then at a certain point, just like in Tron 2010, which we will get to, very quickly, you're the main character. I'm sorry, her name is Greta Lee, the actress. She is from The Morning Show and Russian
Oh,
Doll and
okay.
some other stuff. Sure, you could see the wheels turning in her head, going, "When can I bang the robot?" Right? Yeah. Like, am I gonna bang the computer program? I think I want to bang the computer program. When is it appropriate to bang the computer program?
How much dialogue before I get to bang the robot?
Yeah. Now it doesn't actually go there, but it's very heavily implied that her and that robot are gonna bang eventually. They do a good job weaving in some of the 80s stuff, the cameos, the nostalgia, right?
Okay.
They weave that in. They do a good job. It's at the end where maybe it's right in the middle of like a very, very tense stuff going on. And I don't want to give too much away. But yeah, it's kind of like, oh, it's a real the way it's placed in the sequencing of the movie is not the most flowy, but it's great. They
just
do a good job of it.
jammed it in there. Okay.
Yeah, but it's still the way that they did do it. They showed it was good. Besides Jeff Bridges heavily just being the dude in it, I thought this was an awesome movie. Like, this was actually a really good movie. It made sense all throughout. The action was cool. The soundtrack, the Nine Inch Nails doing the soundtrack was excellent. I didn't want to get up and go to the bathroom or refill my popcorn or my soda. I did not want to miss a single second of this. It's a 2-hour movie, so good for them that they were able to execute all of this in 2 hours and not drag it out.
That's cool. That's rare these days.
I am going to give Tron Ares a popcorn and 3.
Whoa, baby! Especially for a third installment, technically.
Yeah. I don't know many that would give that. Maybe Lord of the Rings 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know. Rocky, I guess, if you Fry.
Clubber Lang.
Shut up, fool. All right. Well, that's awesome. Let's go. I meant to see it. I'm gonna go see it. I promise. I'm gonna try my best. But let's move on to the
Popcorn
previous.
Popcorn 3 means definitely go see this movie. Basically, I'm telling everybody I know that they should go watch this. You don't need, and let me include real quick. You don't need to have watched the other two. Like, you'll be missing very little if you haven't seen those.
That's what I figured. Like I wanted to watch the old ones just because I haven't watched them. But I mean, if you haven't seen Tron, there's a computer world. People get sucked into it. You've seen it before. It's been done since. You know what I mean? Like, you'll probably grasp the basic concept.
Yeah.
Pretty quick. Yeah. So what about the 2010 Tron? 2010 Tron.
Okay, 2010 Tron. So these movies are their big thing. Their big attraction is their
Yeah.
CGI, right? The costuming and the CGI and all that. That was the staple of Tron 82. Okay, which we'll get to. Tron 2010 now had some bad CGI, not in the world or anything. That is excellent. That's fantastic.
Oh,
But in the bad CGI Jeff Bridges thing,
the facial stuff.
yeah, they for
Yeah.
some reason, instead of maybe just like putting some makeup on him, making him look a little bit younger and all
They
that.
got new tech. Every time they get some new tech, they want to play with it. And they might have just made this movie for the sake of de-aging Jeff Bridges. You know what I mean? Sometimes they do that.
And Jeff Bridges said that he hates this movie because of that. He can't watch it. He said it creeps him out. He doesn't like it. He said it looked terrible. So you get bad CGI Jeff Bridges, and then you get bad regular Jeff Bridges. You know, it's him just being the dude. That's his bit.
Yeah.
In this movie. And he's not in it for long. He's in it longer than he's in Tron Ares. But yeah, you get Olivia Wilde in this one, a very young Olivia Wilde. Michael Sheen is the bad guy
Ooh.
in this one. You know him from lots of things, right? You know him from Underworld series and Good Omens,
Oh, yeah.
and all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Right. So you have a bunch of people that look like other actually famous actors, but are not them. Like the main guy, his name is Garrett Hedlund, and he kind of looks like a Chad Michael Murray, if you could call him famous, really. But he is terrible. He is a really, really, really bad actor.
They tried.
Which makes sense why they did not put him maybe in Tron Ares. I hope the guy's not like dead or something. He's not, okay? I'm like, why? Maybe trying to guess why they didn't put him in it, but no. He's the youngest brother in Four Brothers, which I believe is a former drunk classic.
Is a former drunk classic, and well, I mean, honestly, he was. Bear in mind, Tyrese is in this movie, Four Brothers, and this guy you're talking about is the worst part of the movie.
Yeah. You get a phony Michael Douglas looking guy and a Cillian Murphy. Oh wait, that is Cillian Murphy, not listed in the casting at all. Just
What?
like in a part where he has like 5-6 lines and then he just F's off for the rest of the movie. And I
Really?
think yeah. Because I was like, having seen these other characters, I was like, oh wait, so this Cillian Murphy? I had to look it up, not in the cast listing anywhere. So I'm like, what the hell? And then I Reddit search, and yes, it turns out it is Cillian Murphy. They were trying to bring him, like, set him up as like a future character if they,
Oh, okay.
but it just didn't pan out. So yeah, he's just in the movie. This one does not make a lot of sense. It's really just for them to like show off effects and play around with it. There's definitely not enough light cycles and like the games, like the big draw of the 82 one is yes, the graphics and all of that, but it's like the light cycles in the games. You get a decent amount of that stuff. This one, I needed more. I just needed more. The plot was not there enough, like in Tron Ares, to be so void of like the game, the main aspect of what Tron is. You know?
Yeah.
Tron Ares was a good enough plot to that was okay. Tron 2010, there's really not much of a plot going on other than the main guy, this inner dialogue in his head going, when do I get to bang robot Olivia Wilde? You know? You see it. It's
I mean,
it's inevitable, right? So yeah, that's pretty much the whole internal struggle of this whole movie. You know, Daddy wasn't there is the big, theme, and can he bang the Olivia Wilde computer program? Not good. I didn't like this one. I was quite bored of it. I couldn't honestly tell you like what the deeper meaning plot of this movie was. It was just Disney acquired this and wanted to play with it, and yeah, so this
They
one was a
made it.
popcorn.
They made it into a ride.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
Popcorn for that one. Didn't love it.
Well, let's take it all the way back to the original Tron. We both watched this one. I hadn't seen it before. You hadn't seen it before. What
No.
is it? 89, something like that. 81. I don't know.
82.
82. Jeez.
No.
And man, what a movie! Not like mind blowing or anything, but like I don't know. 82, and what they could pull off in 82 was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
With the graphics and stuff. But I say what a movie in the sense of that's my new catchphrase. What a movie. It means in this case it means it doesn't have to make sense as long as you're having fun. You know what I mean? You'll hear me say this again with Mandy coming up. But yeah, I mean Tron.
Tron.
Tron. One of the first, if not the first, like synth music entirely soundtrack scores. One of the first CG movies. I'm not sure what the standard is on that and all that, but like I really liked what I really liked about it was trying to figure out what was a painted backdrop and what was CG, and like what were they doing with camera tricks and what were they doing with CG, because so much of it was not CG, but like they laced it together pretty impressively. The concepts of jumping into the computer and stuff, and Jeff Bridges is, I guess, charismatic in this. I don't know what counts as charismatic back in 82, but
I kept thinking it was Kurt Russell. The whole
yeah,
movie.
he was pretending to be Kurt Russell for sure.
Yeah.
Like a nice version of Han Solo, but I mean, the plot doesn't make a lot of sense. I think the whole movie in general leaves so much open. Like, you talked about the games. I say the first one barely had any games. Like they glossed over that shit quick. I mean, the scenes that we saw were pretty cool. The bikes and all that. Like, I understand why that was so iconic, but like from, now we're talking about 40 years later or whatever. Like they barely touched the games. They barely touched why we even are playing the games. They barely touched on the ultimate motivation of Master Control Unit. Like when he's like, "Get me the Kremlin." What do you want with the Kremlin? The same thing I wanted with DC. What do you like? But they never talked about what you're doing. Like, what are you doing?
The South Park makes fun of the Tron a lot, and the Master Control. There's a bit where the Master Control is basically it's the big face thing, and it's like, I desire macaroni pictures.
Give me more macaroni. But yeah, I understand the whole concept. I think the movie doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, you could pick it apart so easily. It leaves a lot of meat on the bone. Like I loved all the scenes of like the virtual city or whatever.
Yeah.
Like all the little side extras and stuff in their weird costumes, and like what looked like a cyber hooker just chilling. Like, what is that program? That's weird. And the guys with the weird suits on, the random monks going around. My favorite costume was the old man who was in the little like rotating shell. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw that. He just has a little keyboard. So silly. Yeah, almost none of it made sense, but like I said, what a movie. Who cares? They had plenty of room to stretch to make more movie. I'm glad Ares pulled it off, according to you, and I don't know. I give the whole thing a popcorn and one. I really, even though it made no sense and it wasn't that great overall, like it was really pretty to look at and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave it a popcorn and one as well. I mirror a lot of your takes on it. You're thrown like into the thick of this with very, very little exposition.
Yeah.
Like you're just in the movie right away, and
Which
you
is
just
impressive for the time.
yeah, you got to just figure it out. I'm guessing, yeah, maybe they just I wonder what the budget on this was for its time. Had to be pretty up there. So yeah, maybe they just kind of were like, look, we have so much budget and we're gonna use a lot of effects throughout this movie. We got to tell some kind of story. So,
Yeah.
maybe the games got kind of Um, the real world tech stuff was dope. I liked, like, for its time, for 82, his like touchscreen computer smart desk, which is a big part of Tron Ares.
Mm.
Yeah, and like the glowing helicopter, like that was
That
all
was
sick.
that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that was all cool stuff. There's just a lot of really bad acting in this. Again, a lot of guys like B-list versions of A-list stars of their time,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So maybe that was the theme. Maybe that's what they were trying to do with Tron 2010 as well. And
Yeah.
maybe that has to do with the budget as well. But, I didn't find Jeff Bridges to be all that bad in this one.
No, he wasn't awful.
This was pre the dude. So he didn't have that, just like that didn't become his permanent persona yet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of absurdity to get past, as you said. Guy with the little T-Rex hand keyboard, the outfits, all of that. There's a lot of absurdness that you
Yeah.
got to get by. But yeah, for its time, it's awesome. It's visually very cool to see. You have to admire and respect it. So I give this a popcorn and one. Having, this be so early, such a pioneering kind of thing of like a lot
Yeah.
of CGI toys, they did a much better job than Tron 2010, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
I think the overall hook of the plot or whatever, like trying to find my video game proof that I made the video game kind of thing, all that.
Yeah.
That I get it. It was silly though, because like, okay, we got proof that you made Space Paranoids. So now you get to run the company?
Yeah.
What? Like, what does this company even make? Like, you saw those cubicles, they don't just make computer games. Like, it's a huge, like, ocean of, like, what do they do? Anyway, I do want to say, though, that, like, the true successor to this show is, Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's almost the same plot, but they focus on the things that they wanted to focus in on, and they really honed an aspect of Tron and did it in an expert way. So if you want to see Tron 2, just watch Wreck-It Ralph.
Sure. Yeah. Tron is the game Tron, if I'm not mistaken, is strictly the light cycles, right? That is Tron.
There's the Frisbees too.
That's another part of the game.
Or I don't know. I know I've seen the Frisbee game in an arcade once upon a time. So like maybe that's its own like separate, or I don't know. But I've seen the Frisbee game a long time ago.
That's another thing that's very confusing to me in all three of the Tron movies, okay? If this Frisbee, this data disk thing, is essentially their brain, their memories, everything, why are they throwing it around and fighting with it?
And using it as a cup.
Yeah, exactly. What?
What's going on here?
And some people get two of them, and they're pointy and cool. Like,
I get two brains.
you get, yeah, in Tron Ares, you get some alternates versions that are cooler,
Course,
like your purple lightsaber and double lightsabers and whippy lightsabers and stuff, So yeah.
All right. Well, we got through Tron. What else we got? Oh, let's talk about Mandy. Frye, you want to lead us off, maybe? Or maybe I'll get to him at the end. We'll see how I want to cut it. But yeah, Mandy, dude. What did you think about this thing?
He said, Mandy. This is very Stranger Things. It was a weird psychedelic. I don't even know how to describe this. Body horror, mental horror, psychedelic horror. Very a little bit of a artsy take. Nicolas Cage vehicle. They wanted to play with like some camera tricks and stuff, and they wanted to play with Nicolas Cage. Basically, like, let's take a bunch of effects and lighting and stuff like that, and let's put Nicolas Cage in it and let's see what happens, right? That was kind of the idea, I think, going into this. it was like I was very guarded going into watching this, very like, oh my god, this is going to be, oh god. Um and it's slow. It's very slow to start. You're not really sure where it's going, and then it gets pretty like tropey in the way that, it's a cult and, oh, give me back my family type of Liam Neeson style stuff, but not really. You get oh god, that wasp sting thing that they pull out of that jar. Ugh. Ugh, that's when I was like, okay, I see what, from that point on, I was like, okay, I see what type of movie where we're going with this, basically.
Where'd they get that thing?
I don't know. And they just soak its butt in some kind of acid?
Soak that butt. Soak that butt.
They soak the bee in acid or something, and then but the bee's alive. Yeah, it gets pretty gruesome from that point on. You get just some straight up torture scenes, and then you get a little bit of like Mad Maxy stuff going on that doesn't really I don't know how it connects to the cult. They're just like, we need more bad guys and like really cool bad guys, I guess. It's explained. I know it is explained, but I couldn't follow it. Yeah. I couldn't follow it. It's like, it's Mac from the Predator, the first Predator movie.
Yeah.
Look up in the trees. That guy. He's kind of he has this long monologue where he's like talking about some guys from hell, and there's some motorcycles and they do crazy shit. I don't know. It's not very clear.
Not clear and unnecessary detail. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we didn't need any of that.
Yeah,
because it's not definitive. Like, it didn't go anywhere. It didn't lead to anything, and it was kind of like contradicted because like when they're confronted, they're just guys on coke.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, after this whole traumatic thing happens, right? The thing that kicks off Nicolas Cage on his quest, on his redemption quest, he comes out and he's like, all obviously in a daze, and the Cheddar Goblin commercial.
Cheddar Goblin.
Dude,
have you seen that commercial before?
No, is that a real commercial?
I don't know if it's a real commercial, but I've seen that on internet, and me and my buddy, we send that video to each other like monthly.
Really?
Like, just like, it's Cheddar Goblin time. Like I've been watching that for years.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Cheddar Goblin.
Yeah.
So it was so awesome to see it like for no reason on TV, and then just to have Nic Cage go, Cheddar Goblin. It's awesome.
And then after that, you get Nicolas Cage in a gigantic, like a comically huge bottle of vodka in the bathroom, and it goes on for way too long. Like he consumes there's no, you can't go about. Yeah, he pounds this gigantic bottle of vodka while he like screams in his underwear, and they're like, "No, keep drinking it, keep going." Like it just goes on for way too long.
Okay, well, I was actually gonna say that that's one of his top 5 acting scenes he's ever done. I thought it was spot on. For someone whose entire world fell apart,
Right.
who's it was ambiguous whether or not he was an alcoholic, like recovering, but for him to like slam it, and he's on all his pain, he's pouring the alcohol in his wounds, he's having a panic attack, he's having like all these emotions, like a cavalcade of emotions. I mean, it was over the top. It was crazy. It was Nic Cage at his Nic Cageiest, but like I really felt like he nailed. I mean, I've been him in that scene before. I've had, I don't want to get into it, but like I've had excessive trauma, and I've slammed half a bottle of vodka and scream cried, and it looked a lot like that. So it's pretty authentic.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I just felt like maybe the way that it just, some of it could have been implied. Like there's just, it's heavily just like
no implications in this.
Gulp, but
Yeah,
slowly just watching him like, okay, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. You get all of a sudden he's got access to this gnarly underground forge.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does he do? He's a truck
And
driver.
in the course of like 30 minutes, he makes this like expert level Klingon weapon.
Exactly. And he's just like, I'm pretty sure he's a truck driver at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
and what's his girlfriend's trip? Like, she's not really examined or explained at all. Like, she's just got trauma, I guess. I don't know. Like, she talks about like weird crap that happened to her. Like, she has no character arc, no nothing, no really significance other than like what happens to her.
I think she's just kind of like a symbol of innocence kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Sure. Sure.
I don't
I'll
know.
take that. I'll accept that. The fight with the gimps, right? The motorcycle gimps,
Yeah.
was pretty cool. I liked that whole scene where he's,
Yeah.
uh,
What does he yell at them when he's got the one and he's like, you gotta come to my house or something like that? I forgot what he yells at him, but it was just like nonsensical.
yeah,
Like maybe the only line he actually says in the whole movie.
yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. It was, this all movie was so weird. The actual tracking down and killing of the cult is very uneventful. Like, I feel like after the Gimp fight, it kind of goes downhill from there. It's
Mhm.
very not satisfying. Like, in the way that what happens to his girlfriend and why he's on this redemption quest, um, the way he gets them isn't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't love it. It was kind of like meh. It was a whimper.
It was a whimper, and for me, it was kind of like, is he gonna pass out and die, or is he gonna get the job done? You know what I
Right.
mean? And I don't know. Yeah, it was a little bit extra. It had to happen.
Mm.
Like you can't finish that movie without them all dying. Spoiler, but yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
But it got okay. It got okay enough for me to like get through it and not be that angry
Hmm.
watching this. But I was definitely like, oh God, at like the first, I don't know, 25-ish, 30 minutes of the movie. Um, so, but I give this, I'm gonna give it a popcorn, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I give a shout out to the cult leader Jeremiah. I think he did okay. His back and forth bipolar stuff. When he's having this trippy monologue and his face switches with her face, that kind of creeped me out. If you're doing mushrooms and you want to watch something freaky as hell, this is it, bud. Like this, I mean, the whole time I'm like, if I was on drugs, this would be something else, dude. And the way that it doesn't make sense is perfect for when you're on mushrooms because you'll make it make sense.
Yeah.
The cartoons, where'd that come from? What was that all about? What was the point? Like when she pulls the green thing out of the monster in the cart, what was that? Anyway, um, so much didn't make sense, but what a movie because you're like, whatever. I mean, it's a pulp noir grindhouse, yeah, body horror. I think it did what it wanted to do, and it did it well. I don't know if it's a
Okay.
good movie, but I really liked it. I loved the very end with Nic Cage having his maniacal, blood-soaked face, just smiling happily at Mandy. I think that was poetic. The whole movie was like artsy, dude.
It was artsy.
It was very artsy, and for that, I got to give it a popcorn and one. Not that I would suggest it for almost anyone at all, but
Mm.
because it's a weird one, dude. But I liked it more than I thought I would like it. I enjoyed it. So kudos to Fry. Fry, what'd you think? Fry. Anyway, what else we got? Did you watch anything else?
Yeah, I watched a series on Netflix called Midnight Club. Okay, not associated with the racing car game for PS2.
PS2. Wow.
Yeah. So Midnight Club is a Mike Flanagan vehicle, right? Mike Flanagan, who does a lot of these really great shows for Netflix, these horror shows. Not to be confused with Midnight Mass. Okay, this was Midnight Club. And this was more of a teen centered one. You get a lot of the same characters, the Mike Flanagan universe. The actors, I mean, not the characters, but the actors that are in a lot of his shows, Hill House, Midnight Mass, all of it. Okay. A lot of the dialogue is pretty ham-fisted, especially at the beginning. Okay, it's a lot of they're giving you a lot of exposition on things that's like, okay, yeah, I get it. I know what that means. But again, this is oriented towards teens, I think. There's some weird like continuity stuff between shots as far as like the premise of this show. This came out 2-3 years ago and I'm pretty sure Fry reviewed it. The premise of the show is there's a girl and she gets terminal cancer, and so she goes to this house with other teens who have terminal illnesses, and she sees things. Basically, she has this sixth sense, and there's some culty stuff going on. Yeah, scariness, spookiness ensues. There's continuity stuff. Like from one scene, she has no hair because she's going through chemo and all that. She's bald. And then the next scene, they're like in a car ride to this facility. And then all of a sudden she has like, not like a wig, obviously, but like she has like a little bit of hair. Like not a little bit, like my amount of hair on her head very shortly. Like how long was this car ride that she that quickly, I don't know. A lot of the acting again is very cable TV, teen drama, very Degrassi, but the dialogue does get better. It gets much, much better. A lot of the monologues and the character development, you really fall in love with every single character on the show. You really feel for them. It's anthology-esque. Like there's a main story going, but the way it's set up is every character tells this story to the others. That's what the Midnight Club is. They meet in the library at midnight and they tell scary stories. And so you get this anthology aspect of it. One of the episodes, I think it's like the first episode, has like the record for the most jump scares in a single TV episode, but it plays out exactly how you would think, which is terribly. All right. But it's funny the way they do it. Okay. It's fine. It gets a pass.
All right.
There's an awesome rock soundtrack to this show throughout. A lot of, I think the show takes place in the early 90s, early to mid 90s. So you get this cool grunge soundtrack. Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street, the actress, is in this. She is one of the main characters in this. And you don't recognize her at first. It took me a while to go, oh yeah, that's where she's from. So the show is fantastic. I was really loving it throughout, but the way it ended, they put you on with a lot of cliffhangers, and I think they were really anticipating getting more of this show, more seasons, but it was canceled, unfortunately. So I had to go on the internet where the producer director Mike Flanagan wrote this long Reddit post where he essentially revealed what their plans were for season 2, where all the character stories go and what it leads into, which was not great, honestly. Yeah, so the cliffhanger pisses you off. It's a terrible way to end the show, and what they had coming for it out of it didn't sound great. So I see why Netflix gave it the axe. So I give this a popcorn and 1. It was fun while it lasted.
Popcorn and 1.
It was fun while it lasted, yeah.
Well, let's pick it up a little bit with Peacemaker season 2, baby. Did you watch this shit?
No, I want to though.
Man, get in there.
Yeah.
Get in there right now, man. Peacemaker season 2 is one of the greatest. Well, okay, Peacemaker as a whole is one of the greatest superhero things.
Peacemaker as a whole?
Yeah, shows, yeah. One of the greatest superhero shows. So like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all this. So it's not a lot of competition, but
I'm just messing with you. You said a-hole.
A-hole. Yeah, so Peacemaker season 2 is I would say roughly just as good as the first one. They do a lot of really cool things. They don't really slack off. The soundtrack is incredible. Foxy Shazam runs the main theme of this. That's the name of the band, Foxy Shazam. Everyone, do yourself a favor. Just go check them out. Foxy Shazam is a good band, dude.
Yeah.
They got a weird style, and it's reminiscent of like multiple eras somehow. Back to the show. Good acting. John Cena, what's up, man? Wow. I like your style. I like your moves. Great world building. Plenty of comedy. They focus a lot on the auxiliary characters in this. They bring a lot of Creature Commandos. They bring a lot of Superman movie into this season. You see Lex Luthor. He has a little funny part. Rick Flag Sr. excuse me, he's gonna be getting more and more. Seems like he seems like the evil Nick Fury, maybe evil. I don't know if that's the right word, but definitely asshole. There's a lot that goes on here. There's a lot. I don't really need or want to spoil anything, but there's a great amount of relationship building. It ends well. I gotta say though that the finale, the last episode it's almost like the finale was the second last episode, and then the actual last episode was just world building and set up for the next movie or show or whatever, because they jam a lot into that last episode, and it's almost too much. Like whoa, what's going on here? Like, why is this all of a sudden this character is like evil? Like, where'd that come from? And then I don't know, they shove a lot in there, so much so you barely even get much John Cena in the last episode because they're just jamming it full of stuff. But it's still good.
Yep.
It's actually has quite a bit of like wow factor. Overall, the whole show is good. The MVP of the whole thing though is Tim Meadows. He steals every single scene. He's so funny.
He's great.
Holy
I love him.
crap.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he steals the show. He's so good. Give him a Grammy for, I don't know, make it up. It's just awesome. No, not Grammy, an Emmy.
An Oscar.
Give him an EGOT right now.
Give him all of it, yeah.
Anyway, I give the season of Popcorn and 2. It was good.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I've been wanting to watch this for a while. I loved Peacemaker season 1.
Yeah.
This was really James Gunn's like baby. He really nurtured this.
Yeah.
Just like Suicide Squad, obviously this is a branch off of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
He recently was on Howard Stern talking about all of it, and yeah, he was like, basically, this is it for like this is very possibly, strongly likely could be it for individual Peacemaker projects.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, he said Peacemaker's story is essentially gonna just play out in the DC universe amidst other like movies and things like that. Like he will return, like be involved in other movies and all that for sure. Like he's gonna be kind of a staple in the DCU going forward.
I can see that.
Yeah, but as
he
far
doesn't
as,
need a third season.
Yeah.
He needs to remain like, yeah. So they did, like I said, the last episode, they tie a lot together, and this is clearly like the branch point for the whole DCU. Like they're gonna do a lot of stuff based on what we just saw. And I mean, this is clearly set up for the next Superman movie, like what some of the things they did. Yeah, so we got to see more Peacemaker, not necessarily a whole new season. Just throw him in more movies, like cameos and whatnot. Yeah. Popcorn 2. We got anything else on the docket? Fry, you got anything more on? Unnecessary insult.
I watched the Netflix movie called Steve, starring Cillian Murphy. Really quickly, a documentary series. It's not a documentary series. A documentary news crew is invited into a troubled young men's home to film. And these are like high school aged kids that are from either broken homes or the parents can't control them or feel like they can't control them. So they submit them to these homes to be looked after. Some of them have mental illnesses. Some of them have gone through the system as orphans. And like, it's either this house or jail. Cillian Murphy plays like the guy that's trying to save them. I don't know that he was one of them, and he may have been an alcoholic, like they allude to that quite a bit, but essentially he's working really hard to save them. There's a woman there that's working really hard to save them. Basically, they're a team of 4 that actually genuinely care. They don't make any money, and essentially the kicker, what kicks everything off is they're told by the owners of the land that allow the land to be used for the school that they have decided that the trust has decided to sell this house that they're utilizing as a school with all these troubled youth in it. And it's going to be sold in 2 months. They have to get all the boys out of there in 2 months. And you've got a young man that's particularly troubled because the mother is very blunt with him and just says, I don't want you around. And that story is kind of a story in its own. And the director does a really good job of showing the pain in them, but the brilliance that could exist in these young men as well, if people took the time to understand, or people would want to accept that mental health is a real issue in not just our country, but the world, because this is taking place in the UK.
Mm.
And
Oh,
we
the
need to
UK is
find ways
full
to
of
communicate
weirdos.
or to level with what's that?
The UK is full of troubled youth for sure.
But it's showing that like we need to put more emphasis on understanding the issues that are causing these outbreaks or these outbursts
Yeah.
before they grow into adulthood and murder or steal or hurt or just become like bad people. Like
Yeah.
we're not investing proper time in this, we're not studying this, and we're allowing for them to develop into terrible people, or we're allowing for them to kill themselves because they
Mm.
don't think anyone understands them and no one's going to take the time to understand them, and they don't know how to express themselves without being just outlandish.
We must nurture our society.
The movie films itself in a gritty way. It's very grainy the whole time they're filming it. It's very rough footage. It's not like boom 4K. It's like a really gritty 90s indie style that you're watching it through. Almost like Mandy was, right? Almost like Mandy
Mm.
was.
Oh, yeah.
So really grimy type style. And you could tell that apart from like it's going to set itself aside from films like Freedom Riders and Dangerous Minds. Like it is more like, it's not like look at this white savior. It's like, wow, these kids, they need our help. Like we need to help them, and I don't know that I'm the one that can do it, but I'm the only one willing to do it. I'm going to be great after this. It has none of that in it. It's a totally different approach, and it's partitioned in hours throughout the day, and it takes place all in one day. The whole film takes place in one day, but it's almost like 24 with like Kiefer.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
taking place through different hours. Like this is what's going on this hour, this is what's going on this hour, and it shows a side of society, right, where the documentary news crew, he asked them very specifically, hey, don't go into their rooms or don't film this, and they do it anyway because they don't care. Right. They're
Right.
about, hey, well, we need something to get this story. So they kind of wait for them to leave and they do what they want. And you see a
Yeah.
lot of that. Overall, I think it's a touching film. It's a popcorn 1.5. Cillian Murphy does a really good job. I don't think that there's enough, like, outside of the two main stories that they're trying to tell, there's not enough there. You don't get enough substance. It's lacking somewhere where it's a really great film. It just feels like there's something missing the
Mm.
whole time you're watching it. Like you're not getting enough.
I
So
jive with that.
a popcorn and 1.5, I think, for Steve on Netflix. I think you might like it because you didn't grow up like that, but I think it could be a trigger warning for people that maybe have made it out of homes like that or have had
Sure.
friends that didn't make it out of homes like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, nobody wants to see the sausage getting made twice.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You lived it. Next thing I watched was Cocaine Quarterback on Amazon. So this is the story of Owen Hansen,
Okay.
a volleyball player. I want to say it was Newport Beach, somewhere around there, but like the broke part of the beach, like where all the poor people live, is where he grew up. And long story short, mom leaves dad, dad keeps son, mom takes daughter, son doesn't know why mom doesn't want him.
Mm.
Okay, during the divorce. And dad tries to do like tough guy thing, but he never had him play football. This guy never played football. He was a volleyball player and loved volleyball and got a scholarship. So he was super poor. And even the dad says, nobody from our family, goes to schools like USC. That's for the privileged. So
Mhm.
like he needed to take this. This was his opportunity, his time to shine. And in the midst of this, he gets told by a volleyball coach, hey, you're going to lose your scholarship if you don't get, a certain bit bigger or a certain bit faster. So in his desperation to not lose that, what he's gained, now this is a lot of this is told from his point of view. Let me be clear. Like you do have FBI agents, you do have Australian police that comment on this, and you have people around him. So I want to be careful with what's true and what's not about what he actually did, but he's looking for a way to get an edge. Well, Josh, in sports, what is a way that people can get edges?
Drugs.
Steroids. And he gets a connection down in Mexico. And the story about how he got the drugs up was very interesting in this. He keistered them. He keistered his first round of steroids up through the border of Mexico. And he said something to the effect of, it wasn't even worth it because they just waved me through.
You can't be too careful, man.
Yeah, so anyway, he starts getting huge because he's putting himself on these cycles so he doesn't have to lose volleyball. And this is at the time when USC football was winning every championship. Pete Carroll, Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, Lendell White, like a lot of these players, and a lot of them are actually in this movie. Like Lendell White is in the movie, and he's talking about like this guy. And he's like, all of us are making millions on the field. Meanwhile, he's the real kingpin. Like he's making millions of dollars flying on private jets and things like that. And it turns out he somehow, through all of his dealings with steroids, ends up getting deeper and deeper and dealing different and different things, and ends up moving to Costa Rica, starts a sports gambling site, and gets discovered by the cartel. And the cartel find out he's really good at moving products, so they decide to move Owen Hansen to Australia. And that's where it kicks off. Because apparently, drugs in Australia are gold. They're better than gold. They're incredibly impossible to get in. And once they get in, it's incredibly impossible to get the money out. There's all kinds of characters in this. There's a guy named Robin Hood from Las Vegas that gets roped into this. There's a PI from Las Vegas that gets roped into this scheme. Uber drivers are in this. FBI agents are in this. You have
Wow.
college football players are in this. A lot of this he films from prison, like he's in prison filming this. He became a multimillionaire through the cartel, and he became essentially a not a pusher but a launderer for the cartel through his ability to move money around. And like the whole time his dad saying, this guy, my son's he's shown it. I wonder what he could do if he actually applied his brain to business, like what he would be
Mm-hmm.
capable of. But it was fast money. It was such easy money. It
Right.
made it simple for him to be a multimillionaire. It made him simple to be at pool parties. It made him simple for him to look jacked, you know?
But he could have been like a Mark Cuban.
Yeah, and so it's 3 episodes of
Wow.
this, and it's interesting, man. It's incredibly interesting. There's one scene where he's got so much cash that he can't figure out how to move the cash that it's like filling up his dishwasher, and it's in the freezer. Like they had to eat out all
Wow.
the time because there was money in every orifice of the home that they were staying in with the money in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a,
That
it was
sounds
it was a
interesting.
It was a trippy story. I got addicted. They've got pictures of him with like Kim Kardashian and pictures of him with Paris Hilton and celebrities and things like that. Like this guy it's funny because he played tight end. He was never a quarterback. They just called him the cocaine quarterback, I think, for the documentary
Because he
purposes.
was
But
running the operation.
he was a tight end, man. He was a tight
Yeah, but like
end that hardly
in
ever
the
saw the
drug
field.
game, he was the quarterback, perhaps.
He
Yeah.
was. He was
Yeah.
the brains behind the operation. It was interesting. It was really interesting. And a lot of them like are often put like his college friends are like, honestly, like, what would you do? Like, it's hard to say, like, I would do anything different if someone's throwing that much money at me and I'm good at something. You know, like maybe you would start to
Yeah.
believe you're invincible.
I'm a big proponent of free will, but sometimes your is just laid out. You know what I mean? You
When
see a
you
bunch of
grow up
money in
with,
front of you and you're poor.
yeah, yeah, you grow up with nothing and you just look at a dishwasher filled with money.
Yeah.
You could fill a suitcase with $700,000 in Australian currency.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you give it a popcorn to?
We'll give it a popcorn of one. Popcorn of one. It was
Popcorn one.
interesting.
Okay.
I think if you like these true crime things, you will be like in. You'll be in on it. You'll be like, "What? How did nobody know?" It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Like even I was like, "How did nobody catch this guy?" Like
Yeah.
repeatedly. Monster: The Ed Gein Story on Netflix. First of all, the voice throws me off. The actor's voice. So he's playing a simpleton.
Actors
Go
always
ahead.
want to make some weird voice, man.
He's playing a simpleton from Wisconsin, supposedly, loosely, the what is it? Not the influence, but the what's the word I'm looking for here? The inspiration.
Likeness, inspiration.
The inspiration for Alfred Hitchcock's film The Psycho, the inspiration behind Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But it's you're gonna have to determine that for yourself. It's loose, but it's inside again. Lots of people are coming out, I think, with films and shows. It's like, hey, we really need to take a look at mental health as a serious issue, and it's only getting worse. And this one shows how like basically a simpleton could have like a dormant psychosis that's just lying dormant, and it's unlocked by one object, and in this case it's unlocked by a comic book that's depicting a Nazi woman that is, I'm not going to say what they call her, but a Nazi woman that is like dismembering Jews and making lamps out of their skin, and it shows, and he sees all this stuff, and he doesn't see what is wrong, he sees what is possible, is one of the lines in the movie.
Wow. That's
Yeah, and
like once upon a time I was just minding my own business and I saw a juggler and I'm like, oh, I can do that. So I started juggling.
yeah, essentially that's how they frame it. Like, you nailed it. That's literally how they frame it. And because he's a simpleton, he would see nothing wrong with it. And that's how they go. Like, he sees nothing wrong with it, and they dive into that. Like, he tries to introduce people that he think understands him into his like little world, and it constantly backfires. And with this is, we'll just say this, it's 6 part, or yeah, I think it's 6 parts. It's very vivid. Is the voice is annoying. You will squirm a little bit, like you're gonna think to yourself, like with suspenseful scenes, like, get out of there, how is this happening, oh my god, that's disgusting. There's a ton of that. It's shot very well, the resolution is phenomenal. I think it should be up. It's not going to, because obviously they just passed, but I think it should be up for a best costume and makeup design, because the 50s outfits and things like that, and the cars and the set design are beautiful. The landscape that they film 1950s Wisconsin is just gorgeous, just lovely. So all of that should be up. I think they do a really great job there. I don't think the actor should get any recognition. Sorry, dude, that played Ed Gein, but your voice was, it was a lot. It was a
Well,
lot.
you're
Like it's like a mix of Sling Blade and What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Like, that's what he was trying. He's like, do a little bit of Sling Blade and a little bit of What's Eating Gilbert Grape, and now we've got this really weird character.
yeah.
So popcorn in one, but interesting movie. Now let's get to the popcorn in two. I agree with you, Peacemaker.
Oof.
You,
Oof.
I'm gonna cut right to the finale. Gunn obviously has some feelings about where the government is in today's world and where he feels like it's heading, as we
Yeah.
thrust ourselves into the search for a new world, not to better our world or to help those that don't have, but to throw those we don't want away.
Dude, like it was blatant. It's like in every chance they could, they like here's this better world and it's got everything we need. Let's use it as a toilet.
Yeah. 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 Or hey, let's us rich people making plans laugh and make dinner plans while all these people are going into these worlds and dying in the dangerous
Yeah.
ones. Like,
You're watching people's face getting eaten off while you're doing cocaine off of someone's tits.
yeah, and high-fiving while all these people are dying, and of course you're going to create enemies, right? Enemies within, if you will.
Yeah.
The world, the twist is great. I thought the twist was fantastic. I didn't pick up on that it was that world. I thought they did a really great job of hiding it. I didn't notice it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And his son, Rick Flag's, yeah, General Flag's son, Rick Flag, in that world is hilarious too. Like, he did such a fantastic job playing that character. The Dragon Boy, or whatever that guy's name is.
Judo Master?
Yeah, Dragon Master. He was great, and I felt like where they're playing Scrabble, the scene is very interesting and telling about how, like, people are trying over and over again to show a certain audience of people how a more ethnically diverse population may see themselves being viewed by that population. And I think if we are going to be an intelligent society, you should listen. Just listen. Even if you don't agree, just listen to how these people are feeling and how they view the world as opposed to how you view the world. Like, I'm done with the walk a mile in their shoes, but like, try to look through a different lens and understand that maybe the way you get treated is because of the way you look, or is because of the gender you are, or is because of the way you act, not because you're just this great person. Again, the Vigilante is a favorite. Again, like, dude, I don't know.
Dude, so good.
I don't know how
And
he
I mean,
steals it.
I still say, like, don't you think he's top 10 superhero costumes ever?
It's
It's
great.
just, it's solid.
Yeah. Why do you keep treating your mom like that? Because she's fucking sucks.
And he's got
It's,
all that in his basement. That's so funny.
yeah, I can't spend that. It's blood money.
And then, like, as soon as he looks away, they're like, okay.
Yeah. Or the portal opens and the cocaine blows everywhere. Like just everywhere. It opens with the biggest orgy you've ever seen. What happened
Mhm.
here? I just had a couple friends over. It looks like you had a giant orgy.
It was really well written. It was just entertaining as hell, for sure.
Yeah, James Gunn is in his bag. Like he's in his bag. Like he's doing what he needs to do to put out good films, good content, edgy content, memeable content. Like
Yeah.
Eagly was great. I loved Eagly in this. I can't remember his name. I'm blanking on his name, but the big guy with the beard. He's trying to be friends with him.
Yeah.
He goes, "Why are you such a dick?" That's a big eagle. Did you watch the end scene? Did you watch the cut scene after the credits?
Yeah. That was, it was awesome.
They trailed off in the last episode, right? You and I talked about, and that's why it's not getting great reviews. But I think also review bombing is a very real thing, and I think like when
Yeah.
a slightly less intelligent population starts to realize that they're not the ones dominating, they are the joke in the story, they start to review bomb and say something that is pretty decent, pretty good, isn't good, simply because they're offended. Grow up,
Yeah. And that ties into
snowflakes.
also like the huge, just major lack of patience for
Yeah.
audience in general. Like they review bomb things before the trailer drops. When the trailer drops, they do it again. The first
Yeah.
episode drops. It's just like there's no patience. And what we're talking about here is Peacemaker 2, Season 2. This is kind of the jump off point for the rest of the DCU. I mean, it's already
Yeah.
begun, but like this is clearly a setup for Superman. Peacemaker's probably done for a TV show, but he's going to be throughout the DCU. He's going to be sprinkled in like Iron Man, I think. I feel like this is a huge jump off. So the last episode was a setup for a lot, but for a good reason. I mean, we're talking about this is going to be referenced for like 5 different movies.
Yeah.
So calm
Sean
down,
Gunn and
sit back.
Sean Gunn in episode 1 is good too.
Yeah, for sure. Maxwell Lord, right? He can be
Yeah.
in. He's going to be, I'm sure, recurring.
Yeah, and Hot Girl and Green Lantern
Yeah,
just talking shit the whole time they're interviewing people to be.
love it. What's your review? What are you rating it?
So I'm gonna give it a popcorn in 2.
Popcorn at 2. Yeah, same as me. Speaking of recurring, speaking of new seasons, did you see this trailer for Invincible, dude, on Amazon?
I have not yet. No. What's going on with our favorite superhero that gets his ass kicked every single episode until the finale?
Well, it opens on the like they always do for the first trailer of the new season. They're in the diner eating burgers, and they talk about like how long it's going to take and when it's coming out and stuff. And they have a lot of humor. They have a lot of fourth wall breaking. It's really well done, and it takes place in the diner again. So you can just go ahead and tune in right now. But I wanted to bring it up because I want to know what you think about the rumor that's turning out to probably be true that every episode's going to be about 90 minutes long. And they're booking projected at about 50 million per episode, bud.
I
What do you
mean,
think of that?
they said 5 seasons, right? Is what they want to do.
No, it's probably going to be upwards of 10.
You think? But I thought I read that they were only going to do 5 seasons.
I think they're locked in for 5. They have to. I mean, the story's not even half done.
So this is season 4, correct?
This is going to be 4 coming up. Yeah.
So Stranger
could
Things is
easily do
doing the
10.
similar thing for the finale, right? Stranger Things is all an hour
Yeah.
and 40 minutes, hour and 30 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
So
That's a good point.
I think right now, I think they're just trying to well, gosh, these come out weekly, so that theory is not even right. I forgot that Invincibles come out weekly and not all at once. I don't know. I'm fine with it. Because it's a 10-part movie. You know, it's like
Yeah,
a
10-part
lonesome
movie, yeah.
dove. style movie.
Hmm.
But I'm fine with it because it's animated, it's fun, and I think like I've read somewhere that some of like the Dragon Ball Z style stuff in Japan is actually that. It's actually like really long. The episodes are like
Yeah.
really long.
Yeah.
It's a great show. So they got if it has legs, I think we're gonna find out episode 1, right? Like episode
Yeah.
1, if you can't carry it for 90 minutes, then this was a bad experiment. But if it's
For
great,
sure. If you can't make 50 million work for a 90-minute cartoon, I don't know what to tell you, bud.
yeah, yeah, and maybe Josh, they're setting up for a live action or a movie.
They are. That's true too. They're setting up for a movie that's already in the works. But and like I said, like I think they could probably go about 10 seasons if they wanted to. They could turn it into 7. But this is. I keep saying every season it's coming new. I say this is where it gets good, and it's really true. I mean, this is like season 4 is where like the real villain reveals himself, and this is where things open up in a way that it's no longer spoofing the old DC or the old Marvel. It's not. It's like becoming its own story now, and I just can't wait, man.
No, I loved the finale of last season with what was his name, the judge or whatever that
The
Viltrumite's
Conquest,
name
yeah,
is, Conquest. Like it was great, and then like the super horny scene where he leans in and tells him why he loves it
yeah.
and why he's vulnerable, like whispers into his
That
ear as he's
was pretty
jaws
cool.
hanging off.
Yeah.
But no, I like it, and if it has legs, it has legs. That's all I can say. Like if it works, it's gonna work forever. We're gonna get it, and if Amazon wants to spend this money, good. They're not being taxed, so spend it on me. Fine. If you don't have to pay taxes, spend all your money on me.
Yeah, dude.
Keep making Lord of the Rings. Keep making this. Spend all the money you want. They canceled Wheel of Time. I don't know if you saw that. Wheel of
I
Time
believe
is
it.
done.
They tried their best. Well, they
I
didn't try
told
their
you, the
best.
third season
but-
was awful. It was
Yeah.
awful. It was literally I was waiting. I wasn't into every episode. I was waiting for every episode to end. And the third
Dude,
season.
I understand. Wheel of Time is it's a huge monster. It's bigger than Lord of the Rings. It's just too big.
All right. Well, Josh, that's it for me.
Well, I guess we're getting to drunk classics. Is it mine?
I believe it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of unprepared, but it is spooky season. Let's throw one we haven't thrown out yet, and I think we've all seen it. We all like it. It's a good one. The 2000s remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
Ving Rhames.
Yeah. Little girl waking up and eating her parents.
You gonna kill my baby? Yeah. I got a lot of good memories. It's a good movie. It's a solid Halloween drunk classic. So let's check that out. What about popcorn and the butter on top? Yeah, there we go.
Butter on top. Well, we've got 2 good movies coming out. Okay. One, I think we obviously got to go with because it is spooky season. It's a Blumhouse production. It's going to
Oh.
draw a lot of money, even though this honestly looks terrible. I wanted a sequel to this movie for so long. And this is not the sequel that I think I wanted. I anticipated. This is not the direction I thought it was heading. But we got The Black Phone 2, starring Ethan Hawke.
Oh. Okay.
Black
I haven't seen
Phone-
the first one. All right. Probably not gonna watch this one either. It's too scary. What about
Well, Black Phone 1 was so great, and they ended it, and I just thought there was a different direction than what this one appears to be going in. So we'll see.
Mhm.
We'll see.
What's the other option?
The other option is Good Fortune, starring Seth Rogen and Aziz Ansari and Kiki Palmer and
Yeah,
Keanu
that looks good.
Reeves.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'll probably see both of these movies, to be honest.
Mhm.
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna be pretty hilarious. So.
Yeah, but let's officially go with Black Phone though because of the draw. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Black Phone, possibly Good Fortune. There's another one coming out. I can't think of what it is. Maybe that happens too. We'll see. Hey, I hope you all have a great time. We'll see you at the movies. You get the popcorn. We'll get the beer. Ha ha ha.